Hi, congratulations on your new RV. We're really excited for you. Please make sure before you're signing that you bring the following items with you. If you're a cash buyer, please make sure that you bring a cashier's check, no personal checks at time of signing, or you may bring actual cash. If you're a finance customer, please make sure that you bring proof of insurance listing your specific lien holder. If you need that information, please call us ahead of time. Also, make sure that you bring all valid driver's license of all persons that will be listed on the title. If you have a trade that you're trading in with us, please make sure that you bring your 10-day payoff as well as your title and all persons who will be listed on the title of that trade. Arrive 30 minutes early before your appointment time so we can properly inspect your unit, and also make sure that you have the fridge on and running prior to arrival. If you have any questions, please feel free to give us a call at 810-686-0710. Thanks so much. Have a great day.
Hello, this is Mike with TradeWinds RV Center, here to congratulate you on your purchase of your Jayco Greyhawk 30Z motorhome. You guys have picked a beautiful unit here. I'm going to walk you around it and show you how to use a few things to get the best out of your camping experience. Let's start by talking about arriving at the campsite. A couple things to take into consideration. On your campsite, of course, your awning. You have plenty of room for that awning to come out. And then on your off campsite, of course, your slide. You have plenty of room for that to come out, and leave yourself a nice walking path, because the next thing I want you to think about is where your power and water connections are going to be. Your power cord stores right inside there, just underneath your slide between your tires. Then your docking station, your city water fill for the campsites is going to be toward the back of the unit on your driver's side of your tow vehicle. So park accordingly so you can utilize the facilities. Once you arrive, get a good parking spot. First thing we're going to do is level your unit. Now in motorhomes, the key has to be turned on, not engine started, but turned on. So turn your key just to the start position there. Come over here, turn on your auto leveling system. Once it's on, all you're going to do is hit auto level. Auto level is going to run all your auto leveling jacks down, get your unit nice and level. Once we're level and stable, we can go ahead and hook up our power and water. So coming back around over here to your off camp side, this big long 50 amp cord stores right inside here. Now at the end of that cord for campsites, in your convenience pack is a 50 to 30 dog bone, they call it. And at the end of that 30, if you need to plug in a home or any other 110, throw that 30 to 110 on there. Got a power plugged in, go ahead and hook up our water. Get your outdoor shower here. Move this up out of the way. City Water Connect. First and foremost, your water pressure regulator. This water pressure regulator is going to reduce the water pressure to 40 to 50 psi, protecting the lines in your unit. Use this when putting fluid in here. Hook that up, hook up your hose, but don't turn our hose on yet. Let's go find your hot water heater. So back over here on your campsite is your hot water heater. So it looks like closed up. All we're going to do at this point, make sure our drain plug's back in. Put that drain plug back in. Come back over. And one last thing before turning on your hose. You're going to come inside here. Here's your directions. City fixtures, 2 and 6. 2 straight up, 6 to the right. You set up for city fixtures, go ahead and turn on your hose. Now if your hose has been on for a little while, go inside, open up your water taps. Once the air is out of your lines and steady water is flowing through all your taps, you can go ahead and shut them off and turn on your hot water heater from indoors. Now let's say we're going to go camping and we're going to go dry docking. We're going to fill up in the same exact spot for potable water. All we're going to do, we're going to start by switching that to country fill. We're going to set them at 1 and 4. After your tank is full, you can go inside and press your fresh water button. That'll tell when your tank is full. I'll show you where that's at. Once that's full, go ahead and switch it over to 1 and 6. Excuse me. Switch it over to normal, 3 and 5, and then you turn on your water pump. Got our water all hooked up. Let's go ahead and walk you around the rest of the unit. Before I forget, don't turn on your water pump when you're hooked up to city water. It's already pressurized. You only want that when you're running off your tank. All right, start here in the back of the unit. Big pass-through storage. You have an outdoor shower. There's one spot you can turn on your water pump. You can also turn it on right there. You can also turn it on indoors as well. City water. Tank flush. We'll talk about the black tank flush when leaving the campsite. Here's your fueling station. And here's your black and gray tanks. Coming up through here, we have storage here. A couple low point drains. Again, your power will go in there. That's where you plug your cable in. 110. More storage. Over here's your own generator. I'll go in and start that up when we get inside. Coming around the front of the unit. Heading over to your campsite. You see your big awning. Your awning, you're only going to want to run that out until that flap falls down to 90 degrees and you can see your LEDs. You know you're out far enough. Going over to your campsite. I want to mention on these power steps. When you open the door, it takes a second to come out. More so when you're leaving. Be patient enough for that to flop down. Storage. Your propane. This is a flue for your furnace. If you're running your furnace, to clear that, it'll get rather warm. Up there is a hood for your microwave. This is access panel to the back of your fridge. Again, your hot water heater. More storage, and then this one is your main low point drain. Over here is your quick connect LP if you want to grill outside. And then lastly, your big storage pass-through. Another door for your pass-through storage. You have your rear slide cover on this for your bathroom. That about covers everything on the outside. Let's go take a look inside your unit. The first thing I like to point out when coming into any unit is where the fire extinguisher is. Make sure that you and everyone that's camping with you knows that the fire extinguisher is located at the entry doorway. Coming over to your left as you're coming in the door is your main power to the coach. Your awning in and out. We'll go ahead and shut that light off and run that in. Run that awning in. Just to let you know, the reason it wouldn't come in is I still had your key turned on power to turn on the auto leveling system. You gotta remember to shut them keys off. It's a safety device. Keeps you from running the slide in, keeps you from running the awnings in. Key must be turned off. So as I'm running that back in, you have awning lights. You can change your speakers to inside and outside here. More interior and exterior lights, as well as your power step, turn on and off. Your stabilizing system. And down here is your 12 volt carbon monoxide detector, propane detector. The reason I mentioned 12 volt, it's always running off your battery. Coming over here, you have a little pop-up power port to call it, USB and 110s. Close your exterior door and come up here to your control panel. We'll get to the generator in a minute. So here's your two areas where you bring in your slides. Over here's where you check your levels, your brand new battery. Your fresh black and gray tanks. He hasn't drained them from testing them yet. Down here is your tank heaters if you're in inclement weather. Another spot to turn on your water pump if you're using potable water. Turn on your water heater here if hooked up to gas. Over here if hooked up to electric. Self-explanatory microwave that does have a high-low fan. High-low, off. Also a surface light. The glass top here makes an excellent backsplash. Come down here, turn on your panel light, turn that to light, see how it turns from blue to red, hit your spark. Same thing on your oven, turn it to light, hit your spark here, no need for a pilot light. Once it's lit, set it to the desired temperature. Take your panel light, point it down, it becomes an oven light. Your Norcold fridge, simple process here, turn that on. Here's our modes. Let's switch this to auto. Auto means when you're plugged in, you're running off electricity. As soon as you unplug, you'll be running off gas. Or you can switch it to just electric or just gas. Temperature change 1 through 5 over here, 5 being the coldest. Your television. Find your remotes here. Turn your TV on here.
We love it. Next, it's
and that comes on. Come over here real quick and show you thermostat. Change your mode to AC. See, AC kicks on. We're going to go ahead and shut this off. Oops. Get all the way to off. You notice your AC will shut off quickly. And we're going to go and turn on your heat. Furnace kicks on. Now when you shut your furnace off, you'll notice the furnace fan takes a little longer to shut off. Down here on the floor, your fireplace. Not just for looks anymore. Yeah, I can make it brighter and dimmer, but the biggest thing is the heat. If it's chilly in the morning or evenings, instead of using your gas to warm it up, go ahead and crank the heater up on this. It'll get it hot in here in no time. There's a sliding pocket door coming back here into your bathroom area. A lot of lighting here. You can control this slide, the rear slide from here. 110 and lighting over here. Another sliding pocket door. Back into your bathroom here. Light and fan. You'll have to hand crank to open that. And your bed area here. You do have 110s on the side of the bed. Hold that in for white. Just touch it for a blue light. Your other television back here. Turn that on for you. Again, 110 next to the bed, 110 here. You also have a fantastic vent in here. Turn that on. It's right up there. You can crank it open. Turn on your fan. Really nice system. If you shut the whole thing off, everything closes up on you. Down here underneath your wardrobe here is an access panel to your breakers on this side and your fuses on this side. This door pops right off. Keep a handful of those with you when you go camping. Going back out. This is your inverter. This will show you what kind of service. Right now you're hooked up to 30 amp. 15 or 20. AC rear, everything is all powered. Just showing you everything, where all your power is coming from. So I want to make sure during travel that you have these snapped up here to keep these doors from sliding in and out on you. Coming back around the living room here, you do have your recliners. Belt buckles for those. Your table will fold down. Once it's down, Put your back cushions on top. That'll give you another bed. You also have a whole bunk area up here. Of course, you simply just fold this forward. Hook your ladder up. Gives you another bunk area up here. This is the extra cushion you can put on there for your bed. Seats that you can swivel these seats around and set up as high as the floor. Those cushions are set right on top of the seats. And all your basic controls up here. That about covers everything on the inside. Let's act like we're leaving the campsite and close the unit up. Well, I do want to start your generator for you. Hit start up there. See what I mean about being patient for those steps? I was ready to step right out over top of them. There's your generator purring nicely. Now we'll act like we're leaving the campsite. Close the unit up. First thing I like to do, shut off my interior lights. Then I can walk around and see all the other lights that I need to go through and individually shut off. Put your remote above your TV here. Looks like a hallway light here. That about covers everything. Surface light here. Now I can go ahead and turn back on my interior lights so I can see what's going on here. And I'm going to hit retract on slide number 2 first, because that's the bedroom slide. I like to keep an eye on it. So doors and drawers. At this point you're going to close all doors and drawers. Make sure nothing is going to impede your slides from coming in. Retract on slide number 1. This one comes in rather quickly. Slides are off. Go ahead and shut off our interior lighting. Shut the key back off here and exit the unit. Shut your generator back off. It's not good to turn them on and off immediately. Let it run for a couple minutes. Lift up, patient for your door. Come on out. When you come out, shut off the main power to the unit. Your step will stay on. Now we're going to go around and dump our low point drain. You know, these are called slam locks. They work best when slammed. Press your hand right in the middle. Come here. First, unhook your cable, water, and power. Once all 3 of them are done, you know your water's undone. Go ahead and open up these low point drains. That's going to drain out your tanks. Come over here. Open up your pressure release valve. That's going to drain hot water out of here. Once that's done, close your handle back down or this door won't close. Then you can go ahead and pull your pressure release or pull your low point drain there. And come back into our unit. Turn our key back on. Come back over to our auto leveling system. Turn that back on. If I have my key turned all the way forward. There we go. So at this point, all we do is turn that back on and just hit retract. Retract's going to bring up all of your, says they're up, it's going to bring up all of your stabilizing jacks. Once them are up, our water's drained. Drive on up to the dump station. Now at the dump station, you're going to want to park accordingly. The dump's going to be all the way at the rear here on your driver's side. So park accordingly so you can get to that. Once you do, hook up your 10-foot hose and pull that black handle. The black handle is going to be your sewer waters. Once it sounds like that black handle is no longer draining, come up here again with your water pressure regulator. Hook the hose up at the dump station with that black handle open and run water in there for a good 5 minutes and wash your black tank out. Unhook that, close your black tank, pull your gray handle. The gray handle is going to be your cleaner waters, your sinks and your showers. That's going to clean your sewage hose out for you. Take and store that in a nice sanitary place and head on home. Again, we thank you guys so much for your purchase. Hope you enjoy this Greyhawk for many years to come. Happy camping.